What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video is a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. No install videos or review videos for anything on the Silverado. Rather than I have maintenance to do for all three of my cars, and just kind of update you guys, give you like a little garage update of what I'm driving, what I'm doing, and yeah, just it's a maintenance day. Alright, to start off, the vehicle that you guys know and the reason why you guys tune into this channel all the time is my 2018 Silverado, currently still chilling on stock wheels, and that is because I went hard at a drive-through curb and legitimately scratched the entire rim of the wheel. Notice how I said that, the entire rim of the wheel. So one of the things I'm going to do today is get all four wheels completely cleaned up, front and back, tires and everything. Then I'm going to take this wheel specifically, tape off everything I don't want to be affected, tire and the inside of the wheel. Going to sand down the rough edge here that I really did some damage to. Look at this. Come on, focus. And then I always hit it with my Duplicolor wheel coating, and it seems to match pretty well. And then at some point here you will see those wheels back on the Chevy. Might be a couple videos though, because I am moving in like the next 2 to 3 weeks, and honestly it is a lot easier to get around with these, especially when towing a trailer back and forth from my townhouse to my new house, because I have full turning radius, especially backing up trailers. It is nice to have, whereas with the big black Rhinos and the Toros, they still rub. And so that's definitely number one on the list. And then we were going to change the oil and oil filter and whatnot, but after work I drove up to my local Chevy dealership, got out of the truck, go to walk in, you have to have a mask and all that. I forgot completely about that, so I had to drive home, and I'm not driving back, so oil's gonna have to wait in this truck. But if you're curious, typically what I use is the AC Delco Dexos blend 0W20, 8 quarts of that, and then a AC Delco filter right from the GM dealership. I get my stuff there because I get a good discount. And then typically when I change oil, I go up underneath the truck, pull the wheels, and grease any of the grease fittings up underneath here. Now the newer trucks don't have a whole lot of grease fittings, but I try to get everything that is greasable. Moving on to vehicle number 2 that needs some maintenance is my 2019 DRZ 400S. This is the motorcycle that I wrecked on last year, and the reason why I was out for the count for about 6 months. The bike itself still has some gnarly scratches, but for the most part everything was like legitimately mirrors, handlebars, shifters, and like stuff like that. The plastics don't care about, you know, how to get a bunch of new lights and stuff. That's pretty much it. Everything else survived. But this thing is coming up on 3,000 miles itself. I change the oil every 1,000 miles. And so we're going to change the oil filter, and air filter in the DRZ. And what I use for this is, believe it or not, I use diesel oil, diesel engine oil. We use Rotella 1540, seems to do the trick. There's my oil filter and air filter. And then additionally with this bike, obviously tires getting a little bald in the rear, so we did pick up some new tires front and rear. Have no clue when I'm going to get those things installed. Straight up been sitting on these tires for like 2 months without installing them, but this is pretty much my daily driver, honest to God. Truck sits, it's between the bike and the Buick, which we'll get to in a second, which is I drive every single day. The miles stay off this thing, they straight up do. I actually made a couple install videos and review videos on this bike, probably well over a year now at this point on the channel, but they didn't do so well, so I stopped making them. And then since we are changing the oil, I forgot I will be throwing some chain lube up on the chain and tightening it if it needs any tightening, and then just kind of go over the whole thing, torque everything down, because wrecked on this thing once, don't really want to do it again, so I want to make sure everything is nice and neat. And then I guess my bag fell off again too. I got the bag, but all the nuts fell out, so I would like to replace all those, get my bag back on there with my insurance card and other information. So, and then last but not least, this beautiful rig right here, which I kind of debuted on my Instagram story. This is my 2001 Buick Saber Custom. This thing is minty fresh, if I can say so myself. I straight up picked this thing up in December of last year for 400 bucks. Needed some work. I think overall for the whole car, have $1,000 into it. That's legit it. Looks like a drug dealer car right now because the stock wheels and tires that came on the car are super bald. So in order to get this thing to pass inspection, I needed some tires, but why would I buy tires when I have good friends that just have random wheels and tires laying around that fit the same lug pattern? Way too small for the car. Definitely looks like a drug dealing car, but they're free, so I can't complain. This is, you know, my daily driver when it's not raining and I can't take the bike. Don't need to do oil or anything on this thing, just need to honestly rotate the tires because the alignment on this car is terrible. You can see how the outside of this tire is wearing. It's straight up not on that side or the other side, so I'm gonna just keep rotating these tires until they're completely all bald, and then I guess I'll figure out about putting some tires on these to make the car look a lot more badass and grandpa style instead of drug dealer style for now. And what do you guys think? Like, murder this thing out, complete limo tint, and maybe like some 26s or something? I don't know, you tell me, but check this thing out though. It's mint. Leather interior, steering wheel controls. And 136,000 miles on a Chevy 3800 engine. And that's literally it. Just wanted to kind of go over my 3 vehicles that I primarily drive, and I guess talk briefly about them and tell you about the maintenance, because I know I've been uploading a lot less than I used to, and I really don't have anything additional to upload this week, and I just got a lot of maintenance to get done. So I'm gonna get the maintenance done on these things. Figured I'd kind of bring you guys in a loop a little bit. Hey, let me know if you want some Buick content or some DRZ content. I'll gladly put it out there. So that's all I got for you guys today. Quick little update, short little video. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, join the family, join the builds, all 3 of these mofos, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.